The moment it happened, the entire stadium seemed to freeze, then erupt. Under the blinding lights of Globe Life Field, Bruno Mars unveiled a dance move so unexpected, so explosive, that fans instantly lost control. Phones shot into the air, screams echoed across the venue, and within minutes, the performance was already being called one of the wildest moments of his career. In a night already packed with high-energy performances, it was this single, unpredictable burst of choreography that transformed a great concert into a viral cultural moment. The internet would soon follow, but inside that stadium, the reaction was immediate, pure hysteria. The headline moment unfolded during a mid-set transition, as Bruno Mars shifted from one of his signature funk-driven tracks into an extended instrumental break. Known for his tight choreography and polished routines, Mars has built a reputation for precision. But this time, he broke his own rules. Without warning, he launched into an aggressive, almost improvisational sequence, blending rapid footwork, exaggerated body rolls, and a sharp, gravity-defying spin that caught even his own band off guard. The crowd's response was instantaneous. Fans screamed, laughed, and cheered in disbelief. Some could be seen doubling over, others jumping in sync, as if the energy radiating from the stage had become contagious. Within seconds, social media lit up with clips labeled, "Wildest Bruno Mars Dance Ever," with millions of views accumulating before the show had even ended. At its core, the moment reflects something deeper about Bruno Mars as an artist in 2026. While many performers rely heavily on rehearsed spectacle, Mars continues to thrive on spontaneity. His ongoing tour has already been praised for its balance of nostalgia and reinvention, but this Arlington performance marked a turning point, proof that even at the peak of his career, he's still willing to take risks in real time. Industry insiders have been quick to weigh in. A Los Angeles-based music producer who has previously worked with top-tier pop acts described the moment as a reminder that true performers don't just execute, they react. He added, "What Bruno did on that stage wasn't planned perfection. It was controlled chaos. And that's what audiences are starving for right now." Music critics echoed similar sentiments. One entertainment columnist noted that the performance taps into a growing shift in live music culture. "We're in an era where audiences want authenticity over perfection," the critic explained. That dance move, whether it was choreographed or spontaneous, felt real. And that's why it hit so hard. The timing couldn't be more significant. As the American music industry continues to evolve in the post-streaming dominant era, live performances have become the ultimate differentiator. Artists are no longer judged solely by chart positions but by their ability to create unforgettable moments. In that sense, Bruno Mars didn't just entertain, he set a new benchmark. The cultural ripple effect is already visible. TikTok trends inspired by the move are spreading rapidly, with fans attempting to recreate the choreography, often with humorous results. Dance influencers have begun breaking down the sequence frame by frame, analyzing its technical complexity. Even fellow artists have joined the conversation, subtly acknowledging the moment as a standout in recent live performance history. But what makes this moment particularly compelling is its emotional undercurrent. Throughout his career, Bruno Mars has walked a fine line between showmanship and sincerity. Behind the flashy suits, synchronized routines, and chart-topping hits lies an artist deeply connected to the roots of performance, drawing inspiration from legends who treated the stage as a living, breathing space rather than a scripted environment. That connection was evident in Arlington. Observers noted a brief pause immediately after the move, as Mars smiled, seemingly aware of the chaos he had just unleashed. It was a rare, unscripted exchange between artist and audience, a shared realization that something special had just occurred. Fans who attended the show described the atmosphere as electric and unpredictable. One attendee said, "You could feel that something different was happening. It wasn't just another concert moment, it felt like history in real time." Another added, "I've seen him before, but I've never seen him like this. It was raw." This rawness is increasingly rare in large-scale productions, where precision often comes at the expense of spontaneity. Bruno Mars, however, appears to be rewriting that balance. By introducing elements of unpredictability into his performances, he's not only keeping audiences engaged but also challenging industry norms. From a business perspective, the impact is just as significant. Viral moments like this drive ticket demand, streaming numbers, and brand relevance. Within hours of the performance, search interest for Bruno Mars spiked across multiple platforms, while clips from the Arlington show began trending globally. For an artist already operating at the highest level, this kind of organic momentum is invaluable. It also reinforces his position as one of the few performers capable of bridging generational gaps. Younger audiences discover him through viral clips, while longtime fans appreciate the consistency of his live excellence. This dual appeal is rare, and increasingly important in a fragmented media landscape. Behind the scenes, sources suggest that Mars has been intentionally experimenting with looser performance structures during this tour. While the core setlist remains consistent, certain segments are designed to allow for improvisation. This approach not only keeps the show fresh for repeat attendees but also creates opportunities for moments like the one in Arlington to emerge naturally. A veteran choreographer familiar with large-scale tours commented on this strategy, saying, "What Bruno is doing is incredibly difficult. Most artists rely on repetition to maintain quality. He's introducing variables into a system that usually avoids them. That's high risk, but also high reward." The reward, in this case, is undeniable. The Arlington performance has quickly become a defining highlight of the tour, with fans and critics alike pointing to it as evidence of Mars' enduring relevance. In an industry where trends shift rapidly, staying culturally significant requires more than talent, it demands evolution. And evolution is something Bruno Mars has consistently delivered. From his early days as a pop hitmaker to his later ventures into funk, soul, and R&B, he has never remained static. Each phase of his career has introduced new dimensions, expanding both his sound and his identity as a performer. This latest moment suggests that his evolution is far from over. If anything, it indicates a renewed willingness to push boundaries, not through drastic reinvention, but through subtle, impactful shifts in how he engages with his audience. As the tour continues, expectations will inevitably rise. Fans will attend shows hoping to witness similar moments of spontaneity, while critics will watch closely to see whether this marks a broader shift in his performance style. The pressure is real, but so is the opportunity. Looking ahead, the question isn't whether Bruno Mars can top this moment, but how he will continue to redefine what a live performance can be. In a world saturated with content, creating a moment that cuts through the noise is no small feat yet. In Arlington, he did exactly that. And perhaps that's the most important takeaway. Beyond the headlines, the viral clips, and the industry analysis, what remains is a simple truth: great artists don't just perform, they surprise. They disrupt expectations. They create memories that linger long after the lights go down. For Bruno Mars, that ability remains as sharp as ever. And if Arlington is any indication, the next chapter of his career won't just be about maintaining his legacy, it will be about expanding it in ways no one sees coming. As the tour moves forward, anticipation continues to build around what Bruno Mars might do next. Industry watchers believe these unscripted moments could become a defining element of his live identity, setting a new standard for performance authenticity. Fans, meanwhile, are no longer just attending concerts, they're chasing moments. And in an era driven by instant virality, that shift matters. If Arlington proved anything, it's that Bruno Mars still knows how to command not just the stage, but the cultural conversation. The spotlight remains firmly on him, and the world is clearly still watching closely.